Do you like the view
I
too?
said what floor?
Oh, well, you did say the view, so I guess you can kind of combine those two when you think about the view outside. Why not?
Like how many steps?
Oh, count how.
Still,
There's
Right.
elevators nowadays. Plus you have money.
But what happens when the elevator broke?
Some people won't want to go fast.
What happens when
Some
there's
people forget about it.
what happens when there's a fire?
Cause it's like when you got for groceries like that.
you jump off,
You just get down.
You can hear
Whoa, whoa,
everyone
whoa,
all the
whoa,
time.
whoa! Did you hear this? Did you? Would you jump out the window of your apartment?
yeah, with a parachute.
Nah.
Some people-
You have a parachute. Right?
It depends on what it is to the ground.
It depends on how close it is to the ground.
They do it.
All right,
Behind the door. On top.
let's go again.
Go ahead.
All right.
I won't want to get
You got
all the way
sick.
to the bottom.
It's just like,
You gotta think about it. If you rich, you won't want to live in like the best hotel in the area,
Right.
and it's gonna be rare that stuff is gonna happen. Things are gonna get on fire.
Okay.
It's like everybody's professional around you.
Okay.
it's like if you jump out the window and it's not that far, like say this kid was the window and I jumped out of it, it's not that far from the ground, so you know you landed okay. But if you say you jump out of one of those windows right there, then
Oh, you'll be okay from here.
not from here.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually brought that up because electrons do like to jump around and move from energy level to energy level. So the first thing I want you to understand about the principal quantum number is that there's 7 of them, okay? And the principal quantum number tells you the energy level of where that electron is. It tells you what floor it's on, all right? So take a minute to just let that sink in and write that down. The principal quantum number is like determining what floor the electron is on. A layman's term. That's, yeah, the layman's terms, yeah. Or the energy level. When you start to get technical, all right? Okay. We're back in business. Thank you. Yes. So again, make sure you put your phone away. All right. So again, this is just a visual of the principal quantum numbers. Of course, the first level or the first energy level is the lowest level, and then you just keep increasing the height, or the further away the electron is from the center of the atom, that indicates where the energy level is, okay? So it's fairly simple, all right? Now, the next term I want you to write down is called the angular momentum quantum number, okay? Angular momentum quantum number. And then I want you to think about, now that you know what floor you're on, what's the next thing you do if you're when you finally get to the floor you want to get to?
Apartment number.
You want the apartment number.
Which
Okay.
side is it on?
All right. So now, if you have the apartment number, do you think all the apartments are the same or they're different?
No, kind of different.
So what? So based
But
on
it's the same, it's on the same floor, right?
No, it might be like the same apartment, like on different floors, but like the same size. Is it like on the right or the left?
okay, all right, good. So one of the things you guys mentioned in looking for an apartment is how big the space is. Okay, and so just like in apartments, the energy levels have different spaces and they have different sizes and they have different orientations. Okay, and so what you want to understand is that there are 4 types of apartment rooms available, or 4 types of orbitals, 4 shapes. Okay, and I want you guys to open up your books. I don't have a book in front of me. Where is it?
Does that say L over there? That little curve?
It does say L.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, these are the papers I was supposed to collect. All right. I went want you guys to turn to page 96 and look at the diagrams. So on the bottom of page 96, you see a lot of diagrams of the different shapes of orbitals. So if you look at the first one that's on the left-hand side, what's the name of that orbital, Muhammad? The first one on the very left, very, very left. The S orbital, okay? So the first and the smallest type of apartment is called the S orbital, all right? Then the next, don't pay attention to the subscripts. I just want you to tell me the first letter. So just like there's an S, there's another letter for the next set, all right? So for what's the next letter or the next type of room, Asia? So P. Yes, don't pay attention to the subscripts right now. So there's the P, all right? How many different shapes do you see for the P? Asia? 3, okay? And then the next one to the right, Alicia? So we did S and we did P. What comes after P? The D, all right? And so how many different shapes do you see for D? Go. Is it 4? I want you to see for yourself. Okay. So take a minute to write that down. So the angular quantum number tells you the space, and it tells you the maximum capacity of the electrons in that space.
The maximum capacity of what?
Okay.
So how do we know?
How do we know what?
Like, you know how like there's only one over here? How many electrons are like in the S?
Okay, then this question is for you. How many electrons can fit on the first energy level?
Oh, 2.
2.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So, because there's one orbital, you have to have an orbital for where an electron lives, right? Okay? The S orbital can only hold 2 electrons. As a matter of fact, every orbital can only hold 2 electrons. Okay?